All right, Mikey Tenderfoot, we already seen that great video package for the Jeff Peterson Memorial Cup on May 16th and 17th at the Florida WrestlePlex to benefit the American Cancer Society. You're talking about 16 of the greatest cruiserweights in the entire world converging on the Florida WrestlePlex. Some of the greatest athletes in the entire world today from the cruiserweight division. But I'm here to tell you, Mikey Tenderfoot, 3 of the greatest heavyweights in independent wrestling today make their homes right here in IPW Hardcore. And you're looking at one of them right there, Antonio Banks. He's got the crowd here in Davie, Florida at the Palladium solidly behind him, and he wants to become the #1 contender for that IPW heavyweight title. But standing straight across the ring from him is the modern day miracle, Steve Madison and Lex Lovett, 2 of the best here in IPW, and Antonio Banks gotta go through both of them.
Lex Lovett already intimidated. Either that or he's playing with the mind of Antonio Banks very early on, getting out of the ring. These guys obviously maybe have settled their differences a little bit, but obviously they're not going to take the night. They refuse to take the night off and just sit at home and watch the TV. They're here to make a name for themselves, not only in IPW, but also around the world.
All 3 of these competitors in tip-top shape, absolutely jacked, absolutely ripped. 3 powerhouses who are 3. Look at Lex Lovett stretching out. That's that cheerleading background coming through. Lex Lovett acting like he's not taking Banks or Madison seriously. Madison and Lex Lovett, former tag team partners, managed by Jimmy Del Rey, one half formerly of the Heavenly Bodies. He had a huge hand in training Lex Lovett and Steve Madison at Steve Kern's School of Hard Knocks. But they're not here tonight. It's Steve Madison, it's Lex Lovett, it's Antonio Banks. This is a triple threat match for the #1 contendership for the IPW World Heavyweight title.
These guys are obviously in tremendous shape, like you touched on before, but also they are very agile and very quick. They're not afraid to fly all over this building.
Don't tempt me to get out there and make Steve Madison start flying around and flipping and flopping, twisting salts everywhere you're looking.
Why are you back here anyway?
He insisted on going to the ring. He said he's his own man. The only other person that's going to have any hand whatsoever in this match is the Mud Baby himself, Star Stevens, who's in the middle of the ring making sure that this match will be called right down the middle. Steve Madison demanded that the Hardcore Giant didn't go out there. And I'm going to tell you what, Steve Madison taking that wicked kick by Antonio Banks right to the middle of his forehead. He may have made a mistake, because if I was out there, I would have seen that move coming long ago, and I would have told him, hey, watch out for the spinning heel kick, brother.
Lex Lovett now getting in the face of Steve Madison. Obviously, Lex wants a piece of the action now. He's going to try to get some of Banks here. This is going to be very interesting to see how these 2 work each other after they've been going at it for so long. They know each other very, very well.
Lex Lovett, fresh off a tour of World Japan Pro Wrestling with the Shane brothers, making a huge name for himself in World Japan. Already had his first main event, teaming up with Tenryu in front of thousands of people for World Japan. Lex Lovett didn't have the greatest one-loss record over in Japan, but they can recognize talent when they see it, and they threw the record book out the window. Tenryu demanded to have Lex Lovett as his partner, and he's main eventing on his first tour of Japan. And look at, what the hell do you call that, Tenderfoot?
That's called a double headlock. Madison now being pushed off. Shoulder blocks by Lex Lovett. These guys working very well together. Shoulder block there by Lex Lovett. An elbow there by Steve Madison, getting on top of both guys. Arm drag there by Banks. Banks turns around, gets an arm drag from Lex Lovett. Arm drag Steve Madison, and they square off.
I'm tempted to feed in for an arm drag after that sequence. It's absolutely incredible, Tenderfoot. You got to get the itch just sitting here watching this match. I know that you're quite the competitor yourself, and I know that you just dumped the Alliance of Defiance. You fired them. They didn't fire you. It doesn't matter what Rod Steele says. Rod Steele tries to take all the credit for the success that is Mikey Tenderfoot. Mikey, you got to be watching this match, and you got to see the competitive juices got to be flowing. I know I got some juices flowing, but there's nothing competitive whatsoever about him.
I'm getting all worked up. Hip toss there by Banks. Hip toss Madison. These guys are trading moves left and right. Banks goes over the top by a clothesline there from Lex Lovett. He's got to turn around. Steve Madison is right there for him. Whips him off. Lex reverses. Ducks under a clothesline. And a tope right to the outside on Antonio Banks.
Hey, I got to commend the cameraman for totally missing that beautiful wrestling move. Thanks. Hey, production truck, wake up. Wake up over it. There you go. Cameras flying all over the place. Hey, somebody's on the top rope. Come on over here. Beautiful dive by Lex Lovett. Living Antonio Banks. Steve Madison. Everybody in the first row. Looks like we got 2 Amish guys that don't know what the hell's going on. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they're not Amish. What are they?
I don't know, but Lex is not to be outdone. He's not going to let Madison get all his shine, get all the reaction from the fans. He's going to one-up him with that top rope plancha, taking out both guys. Now he's going to bring Antonio Banks in the ring and take it to him.
Like I said, you're talking about three of the best heavyweights in the entire business today, and you see the agility, and you see them flying all over the mat. That's what you're going to see at the Jeff Peterson Memorial Cup, the first inaugural Jeff Peterson Memorial Cup to benefit the American Cancer Society. May 16th, May 17th at the Florida WrestlePlex. 16 of the best cruisers in the entire world, and if that ain't enough, we got the WWE's Molly Holly. She's coming. She's going to do a meet and greet. She's going to take pictures, sign autographs, anything that I can get her to do for nothing to give the money to the American Cancer Society, she's going to do it. And we got the former ECW World Heavyweight Champion Steve Corino along with Danny Doring. They're invading the Florida WrestlePlex, but that's enough of the big huge shill for the Peterson Cup. We got an unbelievable kick. Right kick. Right Steve Madison like a house of fire, a reverse elbow, leveling Lex Lovett. Steve Madison, he don't need the hardcore giant. Like I said earlier, I don't need to be at ringside. He's got this match well in hand, Mikey Tenderfoot. I don't even like what you're insinuating.
I didn't insinuate anything. I'm just trying to call it like I see it. Cripper crossface there by Steve Madison right in the middle of the ring. But Banks is able to break it up with a drop kick right to the face. Now all three guys, who's going to get up first? Who's going to take the advantage? Who's going to get this pinfall in this match? Banks, very smart to throw Lex Lovett outside of the match, but now Madison is trying to escape. Banks has got to get one of these guys in the ring and take it to him.
Steve Madison trying to take a powder. Lex Lovett thrown out like a sack of russet potatoes, just like Banks was us earlier. Look at that huge. He was like 17 feet straight up in the air. Start Steven. You was up in the air on that thing.
Banks down. Belly to belly suplex there. Gotta get myself under control, Ron Nemi. You're absolutely ridiculous.
This is an unbelievable match. This is exactly what the match. What are you coming to start, for God's sake, is putting on the ropes and you did your slide across the. You look like Ken Hurley sliding into first base on that damn thing. Come on, Star Stevens. Get with it. May 24th, we're to be back here at the Palladium in Davie, Florida. You think Antonio Banks, Lex Lovett, and Steve Madison is the best IPW's got? You're probably right. This is three of the best in the entire world. But invading IPW Hardcore Wrestling, May 24th at the Palladium, making his debut, the Big Wiggle himself, the former WCW Hardcore Champion, Norman Smiley.
That is going to be excellent. The fans love Norman Smiley down here in Davie. But now, more importantly, Lex Lovett, it looked like he was going to go to try to go to the top for his leg. But brings Madison right inside the ring. Madison still distracting him long enough to where he won't be able to get that leg drop on Antonio Banks. And now he's got to go to work on both men.
Lex Lovett is the one that you're talking about. Steve Madison not being able to coexist earlier. Look at him. He hooks him with a beautiful vertical suplex. Hooks him and brings him up for the second. He's still got Banks hooked. And he's going to try to get him for another vertical suplex. Antonio Banks blocks the suplex. That's not enough. Up and over goes Lex Lovett. Banks got to roll over.
Madison's going to the top.
Beautiful. Come on, Madison. Hit him with that flying drop kick. Cameraman gets a beautiful shot.
Oh,
my God, Steve Madison, nobody home. That's absolutely got to crush his ass and spin his spine right through the back of his neck. Oh my God, look at, what are you doing?
Clothesline Banks. Banks refuses to give up like some sort of non-giving up guy. He's got Madison outside of the ring. Lex is getting up, but Banks is on top. He's ready to whip him off. Reversal. He's got him in a fireman's carry. Death Valley driver. Banks is down in the middle of the ring. Madison's down on the outside of the ring. Lex has got to make the cover. He's not making the cover. What is he doing?
What is he thinking? Lex Lovett, you jackass. Cameraman, I'm ready to kill you for God's sake. Somebody, I swear to God, I'm going to take over the production of this company once and for all. I'm one of the best wrestlers. I'm the best manager. I'm a pretty okay commentator. But if I got to start running the camera, for God's sake, somebody's in a world of trouble.
Madison's got him on the top now, looking for that superplex. Ron Navy beside me, sweating bullets. Oh, and Banks takes him off with a back suplex, which in turn superplexes Lex Lovett. All three guys are down in the middle of the ring. Somebody's got to make a cover. Banks is the freshest of the three. Banks
he is the freshest. Oh my God, levels him with a wicked clothesline. Like you said, he's the freshest, the dopest, the hippest cat. He comes off with another
That's not what I meant. Back elbow to Steve Madison. Lex Lovett in the corner, coming out. Goes for the leg puncture. It's blocked. Power slam Antonio Banks. He's taking everybody out. Slides behind him to Steve Madison, but it gets kicked right in the gut. He's got him for the suplex. Holding him up there. Falcon arrow right in the middle of the ring. Lex has got to break this up. Can he make it over? 1, 2. Lex barely gets over there to break up the pin. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Lucky Star Stevens is old, feeble, fragile, and everything else that makes somebody very, very
Who's
slow.
that idiot working the bell? This match isn't over.
What are you doing, idiot? Everybody's lost today. The only people that got their acts together whatsoever are these three competitors going balls to the wall, letting it hang out. And oh my God, look at the rack on that blonde chick walking back. Enough of that. This match is absolutely unbelievable. Steve Madison going up top again. I don't understand because he ain't been too successful there.
Banks catches him.
What are you doing, Madison? If he ever goes to the top rope again, he's fired.
Lex Buster. Oh my God. Madison has the pin on Banks. Lex doesn't know it. 1, 2. He gets thrusted onto Lex Lovett. Kicks out. Right back on to Banks. Oh, what is this?
This is like a match. It's like a spot reminiscent from a Lord Littlebrook and Little Mr. Haiti Kid match where you're throwing them up. That's all they missed was the bite of the referee's ass. That would have made it complete. Leapfrogging over, laid on the mat, comes in, ducks under the clothesline, nails Lex Lovett with a kick to the stomach, picks him up, huge body slap for God's sake, slap him. That ain't a body slap.
Northern Lights bomb. He took that from Kensuke Sasaki, who he main evented with in World Japan. Banks now going to work on Steve Madison. He's got him lined up. He kicks him right in the face. Star Stevens make the pin. 2, 3. This match is over. Antonio Banks escapes with the win. Steve Madison is down. Ron Nemi is upset. He's trying to run out there and save his boy. Security is holding his back. Fans, will we be back with more? Antonio Banks survives this matchup and is the winner. We will have Minion and Punisher as your main event, and we'll be back right after this.